Brexit Live, UK vindicated as Ireland turns on draconian EU, industry chiefs blow top. Ireland's fishing industry has ordered Michael Martin's government to stand up to Brussels over the imposition of draconian rule changes to the way the sector operates. Brendan Byrne urged Charlie McConalogue, Irish Taoiseach Michael Martin's Minister for the Marine, to do his duty, taking a stand for the industry, while lambasting the EU. The argument stems from the bloc's decision to reverse a so-called derogation that allows crews to weigh their catches away from ports, with Eurocrats citing alleged violations of the initial agreement. French, Spanish and Belgian boats which also fish in Irish waters are not required to do likewise. Mr. Byrne, the chief executive of the Irish Fish Processors and Exporters Association, told Tom McSweeney during his Maritime Ireland radio programme on RTE Mr. McConalogue should do his duty and stand up for the industry he is mandated to represent. He added, the Irish sector has had no visibility of the body of evidence against it that led to this draconian decision. We are working in a completely blind way. The Commission has taken this decision and, obviously, there is information contained within that, but none of us has seen that. This has had a devastating effect on the fisheries sector. We need more visibility, because this is going to impact every level, at every sector of the fisheries in the next 2 years. There's going to be no quick fix, and this is going to be a long slow slog back to normality. This body of evidence that no one has seen but it's been compiled by someone that has led to a decision by the Commission to revoke our control plan. No one knows what we're accused of. We can defend our record on our plans, digitally and robustly, and we will do that. But let's see the charges against us. Hillary Clinton slammed Russia for meddling in elections, with the former U.S. Secretary of State blaming Vladimir Putin for influencing the result of the Brexit vote. The former U.S. presidential candidate was invited by former Tory party leader William Hague to address a Chatham House event on the future of liberal democracies. Hillary Clinton warned that Russia is the primary adversary when it comes to interfering in elections. A Place in the Sun presenter Johnny Irwin has hit out at the changing situation with visas due to Brexit, as the star branded himself a Ramona and admitted he was getting frustrated all over again. Mr. Irwin has recently vowed to remain determined in helping Brits secure the dream properties outside of the UK, despite Brexit throwing a spanner in the works for some. However, the host and property expert admitted he couldn't help himself from getting frustrated all over again, while writing his latest blog for law firm Judicare, which provides legal advice on matters related to overseas property. Brexit Britain has been blasted by a group of French MEPs, who have written a strongly worded letter to the EU demanding the tone be toughened to get the fisheries agreement implemented. French fishermen have struggled to get hold of post-Brexit licenses from the UK to allow fishing vessels to operate in the English Channel. The letter has been signed by 10 French MEP who claimed the good faith of the British government on fishing matters is far from a guarantee and it is often completely absent. The EU is determined to not give up on Brexit and could use the potential rejoining of an independent Scotland as an opportunity to break up the UK, an economist has warned. Professor David Blake from London's City University, warned of the possible dire consequences ahead for Scots and their fellow Britons if Nicola Sturgeon's ambitious plan comes to fruition. Scotland's First Minister continues to pursue a second independence referendum despite her nation's deficit tripling to £40 billion last year during the COVID crisis. France is poised to take retaliatory measures against Jersey, such as cutting off the electricity supply, if UK authorities refuse French vessels access to the waters surrounding the island. On Tuesday, France's Minister of Justice, Annick Girardin said, "These retaliatory measures, we are ready to use them. I am sorry it has come to this. We will do so if we have to." She mentioned these retaliatory measures during a questioning session in the French government's National Assembly. Manon Dark takes over from Stephen Brown. Michel Barnier has become a Eurosceptic according to Nigel Farage after the EU's former chief Brexit negotiator admitted it was easier to act alone than within a major political bloc such as the EU. Mr. Barnier spoke in an interview this week with France Inter Radio where he suggested there was an ideological mistrust of public-private partnerships that has plagued the EU's vaccine output. He also claimed the EU had not yet learned to take risks. Referring to the Frenchman's comments today, the former Brexit Party leader Mr. Farage tweeted, "Michel Barnier has become Eurosceptic." He then included a link to an article which suggested Mr. Barnier had concerns about the effectiveness of the bloc in light of the slow vaccine distribution throughout the EU. EU bosses have scrambled to salvage stalled trade negotiations with India as Boris Johnson announced a series of £1 billion trade and investment deals with the manufacturing powerhouse. The Prime Minister is tipped to sign a hefty trade package with New Delhi within the next 12 months. On Tuesday, Downing Street said the new partnership would pave the way for a future UK-India free trade agreement. A draft statement from the EU and India suggests Brussels is desperate to get a deal of its own with the South Asian nation, which is the sixth largest economy in the world. And in a clear sign the bloc are keen to get the ball rolling as soon as possible, the document is scheduled to be signed by EU ambassadors on Wednesday. Joe Biden has reinforced his warning to the UK to not interfere with the Good Friday Agreement, appearing to side with the EU on the fractious Brexit border issue. Although the US and UK seem united on major global issues, one point of contention is the implementation of the Northern Ireland Protocol. When Mr. Biden was campaigning for election, he hammered home relentlessly that he would ensure there was no US-UK trade deal if the implementation of Brexit imperils the Good Friday Agreement. This week U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has met UK Foreign Minister Dominic Raab in London. On Monday at a press conference, differences emerged between the US and the UK's attitude towards border issues in Northern Ireland that have arisen due to Brexit. A farmer in Belgium has sparked a border dispute after moving the frontier with France to make more space for his tractor. Belgium has inadvertently annexed a part of France after an irate farmer decided to move a border marker blocking the route of his tractor. The incident took place near the town of Erquelinis, which sits along the border opposite the French town of Bussigny-sur-Roc. While the mayor of Bussigny-sur-Roc is not pleased, the mayor of Erquelinis David Lavaux is reported to be happy that his community has grown by more than 2 meters at the expense of his French counterpart. Mr. Lavaux told the TV network TF1 the farmer had enlarged Belgium and reduced France by moving the stone which had marked the border for more than 200 years.